Alright, welcome. First video on YouTube that I've done. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it or not. I'm doing Midwest Horizon to start off with. I've already got some land bought and the equipment brought back here. I got seed here too, so that we got some seed to start off with for the planter. Gonna look into getting a placeable here too. So don't really know, just gonna play for a while. If you guys got suggestions, leave a comment for what to do. What I did, kind of spread it out so it's not all in the same place. Of course, the fields I went and bought, everybody's favorite, potato and sugar beets. So I think what I might do is, for starting off, is get the sugar beets and potatoes plowed under, and then I've got 3 fields that are ready to harvest. So we'll kind of, I know seasons isn't out yet, but I'm going to try and do it in the format of seasons kind of, and go through and do all fall tillage and do all harvesting and stuff like that. Down here, field 22 is already planted, so we'll just have to deal with it. But that's what I've got, so we'll get started here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is get this seed unloaded and get it in the shed. So I know it doesn't rain much in FS, but it's sure, a lot of people saying it has on a lot of their games now, so, and I've seen it in some too. And of course, when I'm not recording and loading these up, it did awesome. And now I'm having trouble, so the way it goes. So an introduction for my channel, kind of what my idea is. I actually farm in real life, so we'll see how things go. Maybe I'll get some videos or photos of stuff happening on the farm around here. I know that's my farm's in Minnesota, so that's one thing I'm kind of waiting for, is the Minnesota Millennial Farmer for his farm to come out, because then I can see not too far away from where he's at, so see how it's similar for around here, at least for being able to farm land that's kind of set up how it is around here. I know a lot of guys that they play the game, they look for maps and stuff to be close to realistic to what they do and stuff, so one of those things, it's kind of fun to play the game. Ooh, let's just throw that seed. One of those things that's kind of fun is be able to play the game actually around your area where you farm. So drive past things you've seen, landmarks, such like that. And as soon as I get, actually, why don't we do it right now? Give you guys a little bit of a farm tour here. I've got a shed here, 2 combines, got 1 leased, 1 bought. The bought one, we'll use that one in corn. Then for beans, then we can use both. I'm basically just going to do corn and beans for now for start, and we'll see. Maybe throw in some other other crops too eventually. Maybe work up towards having a sugar beet farm too, since that's done around my area as well. So I've got this little Quonset type shed here, or hoop barn I've got here for storing that stuff in. Over here in the shop, we've got our Massey with our narrow tires for doing some spraying. Got our Challenger for doing our tillage. We've got a DB60 here hooked up to John Deere 8370 RT. I've got two Kenworth T800s sitting there for our trucks. And that's it in the shop. And then what I did is, I don't own the land, but you needed a place for parking equipment, so maybe one of those things, when I get the money built up, the next purchase will be buying this chunk of land here, so then we actually own it. Up here we've got our hopper bottom and our aulic, grain cart, fertilizer spreader. I know that one doesn't do lime, so I'm probably just gonna lease a Terragator and then just pretend that's hiring the co-op to come out and do it. I've got a field cultivator, sprayer, and ripper, and then our two headers for the combines. Let's switch back over to here. Ooh, maybe I should have unloaded those first. And obviously that's a in-game house, so I don't have the sleeping function there, so I might either at a trailer house or go get that lawn chair, be able to get through the nights. And to be somewhat realistic, I'm thinking of doing a landscaping tool, get that water to grass, maybe pretend it's like a CRP underwater or a slough or something. Then we'll head over here. Got a little bit of a click in the audio with this one. Alrighty, and then over here, with my fields over here, then here's our bin site that we have set up a little ways away from the farm. So and we'll be able to get our crops stored there around our fields. So, and right now what I did is I started off with $150,000, have a $250,000 loan, and it's on normal settings, so figured that's a good place to go from here to start. Didn't want to get too easy, but didn't want to get too hard either, so try and see how it goes. Leave that there for now. Well, let's go finish unloading these other 4 that are now sitting awkward thanks to me unhooking the trailer. I guess we'll just have to figure her out. Hey, look at that. And I know this is what all of you just wanted to tune in for. Actually, maybe what we'll do is back the planner out, maybe. Although, what I'm planning on doing is having these bigger bags be the soybeans, bulk soybeans, and then having the smaller bags be the corn. Just a few unnecessary things. Gonna be trying to play it semi-realistic. Have some things try to be as realistic as I can, but then of course it's still a game, so. I know the one thing, any of the cheater mods or anything like that, gonna try and not use them in this one. We'll see how it goes, and maybe you guys will be suggesting something else, but for starting anyways, do it this way. Maybe I'll start a series 2 where using crazy ones and just doing some stuff, crazy cheater stuff. Oh, of course you're gonna stay on there, aren't you? Pallets are a lot easier to remove in real life than they are in this game, I'll tell you that. Oh, isn't even clear of it yet. So yeah, if we wanted to play realistic, I've already gone through breaking one pallet of bags wide open and one of the big boxes, so you'd have seeds spilled all over the place. So we'll get this unloaded. For starting, I know we'll probably spend most of our time this video just doing this. Just wanted to cover some stuff and get it going. I'm going to try and keep each video around that 20-25 minute mark. I know when I'm watching videos of other people, if they get going longer than 30 minutes or so, it's kind of hard to keep watching for that long. So whoop. Sticky fingers. So yeah, with it being the first video, I know I'm probably only gonna get like 2 views or something like that. So, um, any comments you have, I mean, I'll keep checking back. Um, just let me know. I pretty open to ideas. If nothing else, I've got I can do a couple different things where I can keep this one going, kind of doing it the way I kind of thought, and then maybe start another one where after I start getting a few suggestions of what to go through and what to do. But I know for this one, for starting, just gonna keep it simple and do just corn and soybean farm to start. Maybe work our way towards sugar beets, and we'll see too. Maybe I'll decide to do a sugar beet harvest on the 2 fields we have, lease the equipment to start, say hire the neighbors to do it or something like that. So I do have the Aulex, so I've got one truck that can carry or haul it. I've got 2 tractors. I've got the Massey for top end and 8370 which can run the lifter. So we'll see. I've got, only thing I'm really missing is topper and lifter. So nothing else. I can get that equipment leased, and maybe we'll just have a small field of sugar beets every year. Don't want to get too carried away with a whole bunch. So I think we'll leave that there for now. And then other plan I had too was for hired workers, try and keep it at only using 1 hired worker on tasks, except for harvesting. When we get the combines going, I got 2 combines, so get 2 hired workers running that, so I can run the cart and keep them going. So I think right now what we're gonna do is, I've got down here field 21. I've got some wheat there that's ready to harvest. I think we'll knock that one out first. For up there 87, 88, I'm gonna combine those into one field. And with that being soybeans and corn, I really, with the size of that field, only really need to send 1 combine up there. So I think we're gonna work on moving both combines down to field 21, stage them there at the Bend site, and get ready for next video. After this one, we'll start harvesting that field down there then. And right now, just planning on doing 1 video a day also. Chances are what I'll end up doing is sitting down and recording about 1 or 2 a day and then kind of post them one at a time. Boy, that gets awfully quiet. And what I should do right now, I'm just using my Xbox controller, I do have a steering wheel. I should have hooked that up for this, but it seems like for the majority of the stuff that you end up doing on Farming Simulator, the steering wheel's nice for some of it. Otherwise, the gamepad seems to work better. I know for running a skid loader and stuff like that, or any bucket or anything, I'd prefer to have the joysticks on the controller than having something else. So we'll get this dropped off here. If we put it like this, there should be enough room to get by with the trucks, plus get the other one unhooked behind, so we'll see. If not, we can put it somewhere else. And I think if that truck's going to keep making that noise, I think I'm going to have to be trading it off and getting a different one. Definitely sounds like a miss. I don't think we want to hang on to an engine that's about to blow up. And at the same time, man, that's a big field of sugar beets there. I guess it's not huge, it's better than this field 8, but still might take us a while with only one truck if we end up deciding to harvest it. And that one's not even ready, the other field, I think. Yeah, field 20's even bigger. But I guess, what's the price of sugar beets on this map? $3.20 Horizon. So yeah, I don't have too much to talk about, I guess. We'll just get this stuff brought over to the field so we can start working on it. And if you did make it this far in the video, thanks for watching, I guess. Being the first one, there's not too much for me to go off of just because I don't have any input from anybody that where we should be at or what I should be doing. So just thought I'd try this out, something to do. One of my reasons kind of for doing it is I think with the video it'll keep me focused on a goal with the farm. Kind of seems like the more mods we get, more maps we get, I kind of get too many ideas and don't get one implemented for how to run a map or something like that. So if nothing else, keep me going for one goal and staying on a map for a while. I know one thing, not right now, that'd be fun to do would be getting either a big dairy or something like that. I know that big pig confinement barn came out too, so we used to raise pigs when I was growing up, so that might be something where it would be kind of fun to maybe do. So And I know I could have probably pulled the trailers over with the combines, but it's something we just don't do, so that goes with my kind of wanting to keep it somewhat real where we don't do that, so kind of just want to play that way since that's how when we move from field to field. I suppose the one thing I could do is get the follow me going and at least get two things moved at once. So when we do move, we have enough help to get everything moved quicker than what it's going to take on here, but we'll see how it goes. First few videos, we'll just kind of keep going along and seeing what we can accomplish. And if it ends up getting to be too boring, let me know and we can start doing things a little differently. Just going with my knowledge of kind of how we do things to start, so. And that's where that line between realistic and yet it still being a game kind of comes in, where I'd like to try to do realistic, but you gotta remember it's a game too, and if I'm gonna have you guys watching and getting bored, it doesn't do any good. So sometimes doing things unrealistic to get it done faster is the way to go. And this is the least one, I believe. So we'll just park that one here for now. This here for now. We'll have to come back and get this when we switch to that other field to get the corn done. And I think we're getting close, so I think what I'll do here, I'll get this one taken here to the bin site. We'll get that parked and we'll call her a day. And then I think tomorrow what I'll do is get the trucks moved over, and then we can start get the trucks and the grain cart moved over, and then we can start going on harvesting. So we don't do any baling in around here. We've got neighbors that do, so it's not that it doesn't get done around here, but I think just for starting and kind of getting things set up, I'm not going to do any baling, so we'll just spread the straw rather than dropping it. Then after that, of course, there won't be any. We'll just have the corn and the beans. So. And like I said, eventually maybe we'll get to a little bit of wheat and some sugar beets in the rotation too as well. So we'll see how it goes. So I know with the sugar beets, try and stick to some smaller fields. Unless I can find a couple guys to do a multiplayer with, then that's the best way to do it, is if you can do beets with multiplayer, it gets done a lot faster. There we go, we'll stage that one there. Shut her down. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching. Comment below. Let me know any suggestions you have or anything like that. And if you want to keep following along, just subscribe, and we'll see what we can do with this. So thanks for watching.